Okay, as far as I know, it's impossible to hear people's thoughts, but mind reading? Totally possible. Yep, and after this, I'm gonna teach you guys how to be invisible. Seriously, story of my life. Badaboom. First off, pay attention to the way someone's oriented towards you. Are they leaning towards you? That means they like you. It's considered a positive body signal, which means that when you lean in towards someone, it makes them like you more. It's really useful to make sure you start practicing only positive body language. When people talk to you, and just like at all times, keep your hands and feet uncrossed, lean forward, be facially expression to what someone's saying and to like what you're thinking, smile, do the slow nod from the last video, and social interactions will be so much better. Okay, so if someone starts putting stuff between you and them, like a purse or like a drink, then that means that they're feeling a little bit uncomfortable. So try to avoid doing this if you can. Also, if they're bored, then their feet will start jiggling, and the faster it jiggles, the more bored they are. When somebody's lying or like making something up, they'll look over to this side, and then if they're remembering something, then they'll look over to this side. If somebody's like spending a lot of time grooming themselves, then there's a good chance that they disagree with some of the stuff that you're saying. Or if it's a woman and she's constantly like checking her hair and stuff around you, then that might mean that she like kind of likes you. And it's not so much when you guys are like in conversation, but like you walk into a room and she's just kind of like waiting until you look away, and then she's sort of like just messing with things very, very discreetly. So apparently if someone holds their hands behind their back, then they think they're an authority. That's according to the experts. I personally disagree. Like when someone holds their hands behind their back, that means they're just observing. It's just them kind of communicating their hands-off approach. I think people put too much emphasis on like hierarchies and dominance and submission, but it's just like, no, it's not just black and white. There's a whole range of colors out there. She says that because she's a colorful one. Anyways, back to the business of enlightening. No, if someone's holding their arm or their wrist, that's totally different. That person is trying to hold themselves back. Maybe they just met someone they really like. If someone's holding their hands in front of them, that normally means that they're feeling vulnerable. If someone's rubbing their hands together, then that means that they're expecting something good. If they do it slowly, then that means they're expecting good for themselves. But if they do it fast, then they're expecting good for you. You can tell if someone is confident of themselves, or if they want you to think that they're confident of themselves, if they use the steeple hand gesture, or if they put their hands behind their head. Okay, so if a man sits with his hands behind his head and his legs open, then he feels like the dominant male in the room. Guys, be careful when you sit like this, because to a lot of girls, it makes it come off like you think way too highly of yourself. So some really positive gestures include the face platter. The reason this is such a positive gesture is because it makes it look like you're admiring them, which is really flattering. Oh yeah, people will fall in love with you, like in the sense that they just feel really comfortable around you, if you make them feel like you admire them. But don't be fake in this sense, because people always can tell, like in the back of their mind, if you're being fake. Other ways to communicate to someone that you admire them is by using the same voice tone and styles of speaking that they use. That'll earn a lot of points, and if you really subtly mirror their body language. And if you act genuinely interested in the details of their life. Anyways, back to mind reading and body language. Beware of the person who straddles their chair, because that means that they're trying to take control of the situation. So now, people say that when a woman crosses and uncrosses her legs a lot around someone, then that means she likes them, but I personally have never noticed that for myself. Also, the same is true for if I smile at someone and tilt my head down. Like, they say that that means that a girl likes you, but I mean, it's kind of just me being shy. Yeah, well, and that's why you just need to understand that body language is just a means of understanding people better for practical application. Nope, too much. Sorry. Means of understanding people so that your life gets way better. Yep, that's accessible. Good job. What people say will give you a really good example of what's in their head. What, on the example? See, now based off her reaction, I can assess that she was confused about what her line was right there. Okay, you want to get real here? I was trying to be convincing looking confused. This is a mind. Yep. Okay, anything else? When someone's feeling defensive and submissive, their body will be asymmetrical. And then when they're feeling defensive and dominant, then their body will be symmetrical. I don't know if they're not feeling defensive though. Somehow we just strayed back into the territory of dominance and submission. That's okay, we'll just move on. Where to? I think we're done. I think I'm done. I love you guys. If you make them feel like you... Which means that when you learn it... Oh my goodness!